Welcome back. So welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the 944. We are in the brand new TBR HQ, which you probably saw in a recent video with Jared, but this is it officially being revealed on the channel. So I'll give you a quick tour because it's been a while. We need to catch up. We have got a tool now, so no more of us struggling to get things off cars. Hopefully, we still will, it's us. We've got storage, so we've got detailing stuff, cloths and drying towels, all the detailing stuff in there, spray parts in there, stuff in there, tools, everything, nice cabinets, nice workbench. You even have a live on air, which you saw. I know you saw that in the vodcast. But also, something that you haven't seen yet is the TBR office upstairs. So if I take you up here, we now have a chill out space. So a couple of chairs there, or bean bags to relax on, to have chats about content and stuff. And I actually have a proper editing suite. It's not the cleanest in here at the moment. Apologies, I'm still trying to get things sorted. But we do actually have a proper space now, which is great. I've even got a mini fridge. Obviously you know about those wheels, more about that later. Oh yeah, I've even got the artwork that Pop Band Colour did on the old 944 up on the wall finally. Then up there, I have got my parts rack for everything that's going to go on the 944. We're actually going to be covering the 944 in today's video, so let's talk you through what's happened and where we're at. So as you can probably see, the biggest change is we have now got a rather lovely, nice big hole in the front, and we have a front splitter. So we've done the two things that we said we were going to do last year, except to the new car, not old Project 944. I might take the cover off just to show you that it still does exist. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at with this. Obviously the induction mod that we've been speaking to you all about is a pretty big deal, so I'll show you through that now. So as you can see, we now have an induction mod system on the car. It's quite a big one. It's not your usual small air filter pod that would normally sit around here or sometimes in there. I found out that's potentially what that is for. Let me focus on it. There you go. That comes off and you can put a filter in there, because I thought it was an inspection hole, but apparently not. But we've decided to opt for a absolutely huge filter, which makes a rather nice noise. Great thing about this is it pretty much hooks up straight to the stock system. Like, this is even the stock S2 boot here. We've just used an elbow to connect it up with, but it's pretty much a bolt-in replacement regardless of kind of how big it is. But we suspect, we haven't got this on the dyno yet, so we don't know proper numbers, but we suspect at least a 10 brake horsepower increase, purely because the original box system that these have are incredibly restrictive. This allows it to open up and breathe at higher RPM. The next stage is changing this here, this AFM, to a mass airflow sensor, and that should give us more. Should. But to be honest, I even love it just for the looks and sounds. I couldn't really just do this video without kind of giving you guys an explanation as to what's been going on, because ultimately the channel's been pretty much dead for half a year and you guys have been asking consistently, when's content coming back? So let's rewind 6 months and start from the beginning. So TBR's been evolving, changing. Its identity has been kind of rebranding itself into something a bit more fun and approachable rather than super serious. This is done because ultimately we worked out that you guys enjoyed what myself and Jared got up to, making mistakes, and you guys learning with us along the way. So last year I went about rebranding, gave ourselves a new logo, a new banner, a new art style, and actually I think it does work for what we are, and it kind of fits with our brand personality. But there was one thing that was an outlier: the content itself. For months we had been talking about how do we want to present ourselves, what do we want the content to look like, and ultimately as a group we unanimously came to the decision that we needed a bit of a break, a bit of a reset to think about where we wanted to go. Coupled with the fact that I had personally been going through some personal issues. I moved house, as you can see. Unfortunately, my family pet died, which is not a huge excuse, but it did affect it because we moved within 2 weeks of that happening. So my head was an absolute mess. I'd lost a couple of family members. So I was kind of all over the place. That and the fact that I was not enjoying my work, my daily job, was having an effect on my mental health. I wasn't able to be as creative as I wanted to. And when I sat down at the end of the day to open the edit suite, I just stared at the screen. I didn't want to do anything. It's not that I didn't love the content or that I didn't love what we were making. I just didn't have it in me to sit there and edit it. So where are we at now? Well, the good news is the majority of the stuff that was causing a lot of these problems is now resolved. My own mental health has really improved. Jared has had a break. He's now improving his career as well, and we're all back ready to go. So, what's next? Well, let's catch you up on what's happened while we've been gone.
Roadman Pat.
Already looks like an improvement from here.
Really?
That's a lot better.
Ooh.
What do you reckon?
Oh no, don't plug that. Oh wait. Is that what you found?
No. This is what I found.
Okay, good. Okay. I mean, to be fair, we've had less successful days.
Let's be honest. There's been worse stuff happening. Oh no! We couldn't write. We're not skillful enough to write that.
We do this for your enjoyment, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you appreciate it. Please click that like button because we're going to need some more monetization to afford this stuff. So that's you guys now caught up to speed. Apologies about the lack of content. I really do appreciate all of your support, all of your patience and messages of kind concern over the course of the past 6 months. Quick note on that. Podcasts will be returning as well. So if you haven't already listened, a link will be down below to listen to our podcast on Spotify, Apple, Google, whatever you'd like. Also, be sure to follow myself and Jared on Instagram and Twitter so that you can keep up to date with everything that we are doing. So before we get back to the content, one more quick thing. If you've purchased a TBR sticker in the past, these brand new TBR stickers will be coming to your address sometime within the next month or so. We decided that if you've purchased a sticker from us in the past, we're going to send you a couple of the new logo for free as a thank you for your support. If you'd like new logos, they will be on the website soon. So you guys might remember that a while back, we did a sound deadening video on the old 944 that's outside. We have new sound deadening to put in the new 944. Now, the sound deadening in this is already far superior than the old one. Let's be honest. It's a much better car, but it's still an 80s car. So, modern sound deadening will make the difference. I can hear myself. I can have a conversation at 70 miles an hour, which is lovely, but this should give us that little bit extra defense against road noise because 80s car. Also, if you're wondering why there's a random wing here, this is the passenger side for the E46. I've actually done a lot of work to the E46 over the course that we've been away. I've replaced the wing on the driver's side that was rusty. I got another one for the passenger side because it's starting to bubble, and I did another oil change. So something that I'm not sure if I've inserted the clip at this point that is really cool that we did, if I just whack up the ISO so you can actually see in here, you probably saw it in the B-roll, but I have added, come on, focus, Right, we're doing it the hard way. There we go. See, that wasn't too hard. I've added gauge bezels to the cluster, and I spray painted them black. I think they look really cool, personally. Do also have really exciting news about what we're going to be doing with the wheels. Hang on, let me just quickly get this out of the way. So we all know that these are going to be getting the Speedline wheels upstairs. Insert clip here. But what are we going to do about the suspension? Well, I've had a chat with the guys at GAZ, or GAZ coilovers, and they are going to be making a brand new custom set for the 944 S2. So that should be arriving within the next couple of weeks. That's the kind of thing that we'll be doing as a group together. Whether the wheels will be ready at that point, probably not, because frankly, I'm not sure fund-wise how I'm going to be able to afford coilovers and doing the wheels at the same time. But what we can do is do the coilovers and then get the wheels rebuilt and then get it all aligned and set up. Also, the paint job on this isn't perfect because I did it, for one. And I didn't prep the surface. I literally put the paint on and hoped for the best because I just wanted to get some colour on it. But actually, it's not too bad. It's a tiny bit more silver than stock, but it depends what angle you're looking at it and in what light. But the lower lip, the bumper, the front splitter, is pretty much bang on. So maybe it's just how I've prepped it. Maybe if I do it properly like I did the splitter, it will actually come out correctly. While we're in here, let's also walk you through some of the parts that we have to fit. All right, let's take a look at our box of goodies. Now, some of this is left over from Project 944, the older car, and some of it is new. Those are quite key. Those will be very important. So we'll just have a look through at the moment and work out what's what. Okay, so let's start with the new fuel lines. So I've got some new fuel lines for the 944. I did consider going braided, but it's just as easy to get R9 rated fuel lines made up. So these will be going on the car soon because obviously, just as a safety precaution, you never know when you might need to have E10 fuel. And I don't particularly want my lines exploding. Brand new window sills as well, quarter lights. So they go over there on those. Those aren't actually in too bad condition, but I got some replacements just in case we want to do a full set because you never know when. New badge grommet, which I will show you for what reason in a minute. We also have brand new weather strips for sunroof as well, which is fairly useful. Fortunately, the ones on the 944 at the moment you can't really see, but they're in good condition as they are, so hopefully we won't need these for now. However, this box gets more interesting. So these are windowsill weather strips. So these are the ones that go on that side of the door, on the right hand side, not the left. I do need to get exterior ones though as well, because you can see here they're starting to crack, which isn't ideal. New tailgate one there, although we don't really need that either. Also have brand new, very, very good Raybrig lenses. Unfortunately, when we went to go and fit these, we didn't realize that European spec cars have a sealed unit. They have a cradle and a unit sealed to them, welded to them. US spec cars don't. US spec cars, you can actually change these out. So I need to find a US spec headlight cradle, which is interesting. But important thing here, we have, you gonna focus? Come on. I believe. There we go. We have a brand new Porsche badge for this. And I'll show you why I didn't go for the gold. So for some context, these are the new ones that I've put on these wheels. I went for silver and black because the rear tail lights are silver. And if you notice here, I've been slowly but surely colour matching everything. That's a bit dark there, but you can probably see what I'm getting at. So I replaced these, so they haven't got gold in them. I changed these to clear, and we've got those. And remember, these are going on the new wheels, the new 3-piece wheels. So this bonnet badge is going to go about there. Now, I'll tell you what, I'll have to put it there for now, just so you get an indication. But that's going to look mega. And to be honest, there's not too much else in here that's really of note. I've replaced the solenoid on, the coil pack on this 944 with the electronic system that was on the old one. So this now has a more modern system, which has improved it, which is fantastic. And we'll be putting the old one on the old 944 when we get it, which ironically would technically make it back to original, but we'll gloss over that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the new parts, really. So I did originally do a proper intro to this, but I forgot to switch on the microphone, so here we are. Thank you ever so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like below. It really helps us get seen and discovered. Comment down below what you think we should do this year with the channel. If you have any suggestions, we are all ears. I will try and reply to every single one of them that I can. And subscribe if you're new around here. It really does help support the channel. 20k by the end of the year? Maybe? Until next time, take care.